Do you have problems with balance? Are you constantly tripping and falling? Well, then this video is for you. Keep watching so this isn't you. Hello, my name is Norman Somerville. I'm a student physical therapist assistant, and today we're going to be going over balance. So you may be asking yourself after that video, what is balance? So I'm here to tell you, balance is the body's attempt to keep itself in equilibrium. Basically what it's trying to do is it is trying to keep its center of gravity over its base of support. Center of gravity basically means the mass in relation to its gravity. So everyone's center of mass is going to be a little bit different. So for guys, it's typically in the upper body. For women, it is typically in the lower body. However, everyone's body composition is a little bit different. So it's going to be, your center of gravity is going to be different for each person. Your base of support is typically going to be your feet down here. This is going to be your connection to the earth or a stable or unstable surface. This is going to be whatever you're supporting yourself with over your center of mass. And so the body's balance is its attempt to stay in equilibrium between that base or its center of gravity and its base of support. So it's constantly trying to control both of those things there in order for it to keep you balanced. So who can benefit from balance? This is everyone. So it doesn't have to be a professional gymnast that is trying to go for the Olympics. It's not just for someone who is a geriatric patient who's just trying to make it from their car to the grocery store. Balance is for everyone. Anytime you walk, anytime you stand up, you are using some form of balance. So it is always good to train, it is always good to practice balance. Whether you are having problems with it or whether you have no problems with it at all, it's always good to do something that challenges your balance. So the body has several strategies in order for it to maintain balance. And to demonstrate those, I'm going to have my friend Ivan come up here. Ivan, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Ivan. I'm a PTA student here at Lone Star.
Awesome. All right, so the body, one of the few strategies the body has to maintain its balance is going to be what we call an ankle strategy. This is going to be down here at the ankle joint. Basically what this is when you feel unbalanced, you're going to sway about your ankles. So go ahead and sway forward. So as you can see here, he's swaying around the ankles, and the ankles are controlling his balance right here. So ankles are going to do this through plantar flexion, dorsiflexion, eversion, and inversion. So the body's next balance strategy is going to be here at the hip joints. So go ahead and sway the hips. All right. So as you can see right here, he's using his hips in order to maintain his center balance. So the next strategy for maintaining balance is going to be a stepping strategy. So as you see here, Ivan took a step so that he could correct his balance because he lost it, and then he regained it through a stepping strategy.
So what are the benefits of balance? So decreasing the risk of injury, right? If you have a lack of balance, you could trip and fall, right? You could fall and maybe break a bone, and we don't want that, right? It's pretty bad. And it improves functional performance, right? Imagine when we know that in our athletes, we need to be able to pivot, turn, and change directions really quickly. And this could ultimately help us perform better in our sports.
All right, how's it going? My name is Albert. I'm an SPTA student here at Lone Star. So, how do we assess balance? Plenty of ways to assess balance, right? One of the most common ways that PT clinics like to use is the MCT SIB, otherwise known as the Modified Clinical Test Sensory Interaction in Balance, right? So it's going to test how our balance in our brain and body communicate to react to different changes in our environment, right? Sensory changes. So MCT SIB normally goes with patient standing, solid ground. I have Ivan demonstrate here. Solid ground, right? You want to see how he's going to interact. So eyes open first. Normally we do a barefoot, but for the sake of the video, we'll just keep shoes on. So solid ground looks pretty good, right? He passes this part of the portion, great. So balance is also made up of a couple different things. One of them, sensory information. Sensory being vision as well. Kind of tells our brain and our body where we're at in relation to everything around us. So we take our vision away, close your eyes. All right, and that kind of changes things a little bit. He's still pretty fine, he's all right, So Some people though, taking that vision away, throws off their whole system. And for example, they'd be wobbling all over the place or whatever, right? They wouldn't pass this portion. If they do this pretty well, that's whenever we move on to this change in surface. That's another sensory information feed taken away. So we're gonna go ahead and step on the surface. All right, it's this foam, so it's gonna sink, it's gonna distribute our weight, kind of a little funny in through our feet. It's not gonna be perfectly flat and supported like this, but he's doing perfectly fine, doing great. Now, if we wanna make it really hard, and it's a nice, well-balanced young person, close their eyes, in addition to standing on the foam pad. Go ahead and close your eyes for me, all right? And it can get a little hard. You see, he's a little more unstable than just standing on a flat surface. He's not bad, he'd still pass. There's nothing too terrible. But as far as MCTI MCT goes, okay. More common way, or another common way you can test for balance issues is, let's see, let's set up this way. Face this way for me. Or you good? Get next time. All right, you see that line in the ground?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I want you to walk just like that, right on the line. Okay. So what that's doing is that's taking away a little more balance from our body, right? Normally we walk in 2 feet with a wider base of support, and that's narrowing it down some, right? We want to see how our vestibular system's challenged by that, and how it reacts to that change in center of gravity over our base of support, right? And that's just a couple of ways how you would assess balance for a higher level patient.
What is going on, guys? Evan here, student physical therapist assistant of Lone Star. This is Noah and this is Jetty. What we're gonna go over are ways we can improve our balance through different exercises. Now, we're gonna go ahead and start with the easiest form of balance, and that's gonna be just on the flat surface. So this is fairly easy, right? Go ahead and close your eyes and let me know how that feels. Still pretty easy. So go ahead and open your eyes, and what we can do here to modify it, we can modify our base of support. So go ahead and put 1 foot forward and 1 foot back. So this is what's called a tandem position here. Now it's gonna challenge your ankles to try to keep you from falling sideways. This is still clearly too easy, right? So let's go ahead and progress this a little bit. Go ahead and stand on 1 foot. Good. And let's switch to the next foot. Another way we can challenge this static balance is by using our arms to kind of distribute our weight to different sides. So as you are balancing on that 1 foot, you're gonna reach one of your arms forward, try crossing it to the side, and see if you can cross it all the way to the left. Let's switch hands. And the same thing here, go to the side, go forward, and all the way to the left. Or the right, sorry. All right, still pretty easy. So now we're gonna progress this a little bit and use a foam surface. Now what this foam surface does is it makes the floor squishy and it makes your ankle wanna wobble side to side. So go ahead and stand on top of that. You can go ahead and take your shoes off if you wanna be able to feel the foam surface under your feet. And it makes it a little bit more challenging because we have to stabilize with our foot intrinsic muscles. Now, what we're gonna do here is go ahead and close your eyes. So we're gonna kind of repeat what we did earlier, except we're just on this foam surface. Good. Now go ahead and open your eyes. And it was still too easy, so let's go ahead and balance on 1 foot. Now as you can see here, Noah here with his shoes on, it's a little bit easier, but except here on Jetty, he's having to activate more of his foot intrinsic muscles because of the shoe, it creates a flat surface in which makes it more stable. Now he has the harder work here. Good. Now let's make this a little bit more challenging and add some anticipatory reactions here. With the foam surface, you're not gonna get as much reaction versus this Bosu ball because it has a longer arc. So go ahead and stand on top of the Bosu ball here. And then what we can also work here while we're maintaining balance is we can work a strengthening component with balance. So go ahead and give me 10 squats on the Bosu ball. Now your goal with the squats is to try to keep the Bosu ball from shaking, and you want to keep it as flat as possible with the floor. There we go, nice. All right. And then once you finish, go ahead and face each other, and we'll do the same thing here, but we'll progress the exercise a little bit more. Okay, so we're gonna work on the tosses here again. And this time, what we're gonna do a little bit different is see if you can toss it a little bit more to the side. There we go. So what you want him to do is to try to reach over to the side to try to displace his balance a little bit. There we go. Good. So let's go ahead and do 10 more tosses here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job. Okay. So how did you guys feel after that? Good? All right. So if you want, we can go ahead and also try one leg balance on that as well. Let's see how you do that. So you're going to want your foot right in the center and just balance on one foot. Good. And then try switching to the other. So we learned some ways we can help improve our balance and some ways we can keep it safe by using a supportive surface. And as far as how many times and or how much time you want to do that per week, as often as you can with the time that you have.
Always remember to assess your performance with each balance exercise, times, maintaining positions, etc. That way you understand if you're progressing with the exercise or regressing, and you can make appropriate adjustments for those exercises from that point on.
Overall, improving balance can help reduce the risk of falls and prevent injury.
We here at the Lone Star Community College hope that you have found this video to be both informative and beneficial. Have a nice day. Hey, what's up, Evan?
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Hey, balance.